Howdy and welcome. Now you can't see anything just yet, but starting up Armored Warfare. Fresh account, brand new, haven't done anything with it whatsoever, so you're going to see what I see. That's if it kicks off. Alright, so it does its thing graphics wise, kicks around, and there we go. My.com and Obsidian Entertainment brings you dun, 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 Big Video. Been around for a long time.
They say that the corporate wars are over.
From New Orleans, where government leaders and corporate officials signed a peace treaty today, which...
But it won't last. This is only a temporary ceasefire.
More disturbing reports are coming from other regions. Our foreign correspondent...
Look around. We're sitting on a powder keg ready to blow. All it takes is one spark.
Magnus, we have guests!
War on a scale we've never seen before is all but inevitable.
They've broken the right flank!
And everybody's doing what they can to get ready for the firestorm.
Get out of here!
But I made a mistake.
You've lost. Give up!
And they turned me into a war criminal.
Magnus Holter, a notorious terrorist, denies the allegations of yet another...
Oh well. In the words of an immortal classic, if you want blood, you've got it.
Alrighty, so let's create a whole new username and see if I can get one that'll actually work. No. I guess that'll work. Basic training. Okay, so when you first create an account, get in here for the first time, create your username, and then you're going to go into your basic training mode. So let's see what that's like. Alright, welcome, movement, aiming, shooting, and sniper shooting. Tab to close.
Greetings, recruit. Glad to see you on our training ground. It's time to see how you can handle your vehicle. First, move to the marked point.
Simple enough. WASD controls. Now, this is a new account, but I am not new to the game if you haven't seen any of my videos
You're
already.
in position. Now stop and zero in on the mark. Not bad. Now move to the next point. Markers on the mini-map will guide you.
I want to shoot something. I like this map, though. This little training map. Search off a T-72 training version.
Well done. Now it's time for some shooting. See the target? Destroy it. Great shot. Let's see how skilled your driver is. The next point is marked. Hurry up.
Okay. Pretty easy for basic training mode. Pretty common though, but it's nice that there is some.
Follow the markers. Wait for instructions.
Now, physics is a little bit different than what you're used to. Pretty realistic overall. Water-wise, whenever you go through water, you can be submerged for a certain amount of time and up to a certain point. I have actually rolled over, so it is possible to roll the vehicle over. Yeah, but they're not as like cartoony and whatnot as World of Tanks.
Finally, show me what your gunner is worth.
Okay. Left shift to aim. Middle mouse wheel to zoom.
Speaking.
Okay.
Are you certain? Copy that. Call the alert now.
Hey, do you get to blow more stuff up? That was a little bit too easy for, you know, for that. But I guess it's good enough to let you get the basics of your controls and looking around, things like that. It is, after all, basic training. All right, so what do we got from here?
Listen to me carefully, soldier. Our training ground was attacked by an unknown force. We have only managed to equip your tank. You must stop the attack and hold the base until the reinforcements arrive. Go.
So you've got a couple different types of rounds here, and you've got ATGM.
Eliminated. Identify. Hostile tank. Identify target. Hostile tank.
So I like this better. There's actually things to shoot at, but they don't appear to be shooting back. So I guess that's okay. Again, basic training. Trying to get you in tune with using your tank. But you're going to always have to remember, cover is your friend. Huh. Nice building shot there. Showing your sides or flanks and rear, never a good thing. One shot's not going to kill every damn tank. So it's not like World of Tanks where you can sit there and, oh, I got a lucky ammo rack and I can, you know, kill them with one shot. No. I've got a KV-2, I got a derp gun. No.
Ammo. Identify target. Hostile tank.
So, showing just the nose only?
Bad news. An enemy officer is coming your way. You can't hit his tank with a regular shot.
Alright, so you hit the number 2 key to change to a different round. Oh, T80U. Lovely. So, hitting the lower glacis is not always a guaranteed kill either, or guaranteed hit. So, hitting the tracks, immobilizing somebody, being able to get around to the side. Alright, so not looking good here. So I'm going to beat him on reload speed.
Now move to the square and hold your position there.
So you can see, just face to face is not always
There's
best.
another officer heading towards you. His tank can take regular ammo. Hit him with ATGMs. Target immobilized.
Alright, so with ATGMs... Uh-oh.
Perfect. Clean up crew.
2400?
Just a little longer.
What the hell of an ATGM?
Enemy destroyed.
1,000? Shit, that's still even pretty hot. Retro.
Strike destroyed. Identify target. Hostile tank. Target eliminated.
Keep using these because I'm getting decent reload speed on them, and well, they're doing 1,000 plus damage per hit.
Strike destroyed. No effect.
Turret hit. No bueno.
Target destroyed.
So the ATGMs, they are guided, so you do need to
The enemy is retreating, but not for long.
keep your crosshair on your target, even if they're moving or you're moving. As long as the crosshair is on the target, you're going to make your hit. So I like that. It was actually almost challenging. Almost got my butt kicked. You get used to knowing your tanks. That's the thing is, if you're going to play a particular tank and grind it all the way through, you're going to get used to it. You'll know what you can do, what damage you can dish out, what damage you can take, and things of that nature. no different than any other game. You're going to have to push your boundaries, figure out what you can and cannot do. But then again, also, there's a couple different ways of looking at it whenever you're selecting a tank that you want to play. Now, what do you want to do in the long run? Where do you want to be? Title is Mercenary. Yay. Alright. And... okay. Alright, so it's just going to go through all the little details. Alright, as you make your choice, click rewards. So you can click on that and find out new stuff. Get premium time and progress. Okay. What do you want me to do? Make your choice, click action. Alright, so it's going to automatically just throw me into Q. And I'm in the PT-76. Wouldn't have been my first choice, but let's leave Q and see if we can change our tank here. M41, and we also have the Type 62 light tank. M41, I'm going to go with the M41. It's telling us we have to click on this. Okay, so here's where it comes down to is it's looking for a battle that I can join as a tier 1. So that's where it's going to be problematic. Now, is it going to be finding a PvE or PvP? Alright, well, it's loading. It must have found something. I will be perfectly happy if it just threw you in a battle with bots, so that you would have friendly bots your same level. So I can see 2 other people here are tier 1s. Must be just starting out also, and they're in Type 62s. Probably wouldn't have been a bad way to go either, but I like American armor. I'm American. Gotta go with American stuff. But after this battle, then we'll kind of go through the pros and cons of each types. So defend the city center, defend the farms, and far fields. Okay, I've done this mission a few times, so here's the thing. We don't need somebody ping spamming the frickin' map, but as this person put out there, secondaries are very important to accomplish. Should be done with light vehicles, but then again, we are in light tanks instead of heavy tanks. So I'm actually going to go directly to the right.
It appears they are after this town to use as a food source. Knowing them, they will probably burn the farms to the ground if they can't get their way. Stay sharp. Incoming intel. Looks like the Lions have prepared fuel trucks for their contingency plan.
Okay, so they're going to go through the whole thing here. And I could sit here and worry about farming all the kills. We got everybody here, so I'm actually going to go ahead and go for the secondaries. So with the secondaries out, we can focus in on the primary mission.
Enemies incoming. They're targeting the central farms just as I suspected. If anything happens there,
I apologize if it's a little dark here. But it is a nighttime mission, so.
Identify. Hostile tank.
And somebody has to push up to spot the tanks. And it doesn't appear that anybody wants to push up, so... Because usually the person who pushes up right here, right now, usually takes a shitload of hits.
Identify. Tank.
So, finally get to do some damage here. Everybody else has already gotten kills while I was off trying to take care of the secondaries. Well, I got the hit, but somebody else claimed the kill. You're going to have something come across this ridge here. The next objective is going to be over there on that far side.
Lions are headed for the far field.
I have 0 kills.
Protect the farms.
But I have damage. See, getting kills is nice. It looks good on the scoreboard up there. But it's not always what really counts. I'm perfectly fine doing a buttload of damage and getting no kills. Alright, so... And of course the tier 3 is going to get the lion's share of the kills here. The lion's share of the Lions of Nequiel. And is also in a destroyer, so his gun does a buttload of damage. I'm not really concerned about doing a lot. Just want to survive, get some damage, make some points, earn some XP. We're going to have more tanks that will be coming down the road here. You know, if I wanted to be greedy, come over here, sit on high ground and try to shoot everything that comes along. Figure this spot right here allows me the ability to dip back down in case I need cover. So we just have to defend for another minute. Can actually pull up to this next spot, but I'm pretty sure we can get some spawns behind us. At least here I can back down off this hill and have some cover. Kind of don't mind being exposed right now because I know that yeah, whatever, you know, if I get hit I can back down. It's not, I'm not going to die from one hit. Even really, really good hits, it's going to take 3. So that should pretty much be just about it here. Alright, 6 seconds, 5. And...
Alright.
That
That was good. This town provides a lot of food for the region. You did good work today.
Alright, so now it goes through the exit screen. Come on. That was Starry Night. Alright, so we'll get back into the main menu. Hopefully it'll let me do more this time. Alright, so still managed to get 1,444 on experience. Let's go back to the menu. Completed. Alright, so next. As a reward, 1 day of premium time. Yay! Alright, so this vehicle progress bar. So it's going to make me go through all this stuff, which is good. You need to know all this stuff. When the progress bar reaches 100%, it becomes renowned. And renowned just means that it's maxed out on rep-wise. Remaining stuff, rep can be converted to like free XP. If you're used to World of Tanks, that's your free XP. Alright, so you can now participate in PvP to receive a reward and proceed further. You first need to play at least one PvP battle and have a 50% progress on a first tier vehicle. Alright, so it's telling me that I gotta play PvP. And it's not gonna let me upgrade. I can go to my commander, look at him. I can switch commanders, which I don't want to do that. Alright, so the new method for commanders is you start here and you can work out. You have a kind of a star effect. So if you want to go to Excellent Vision, you got to do this one first, then you can do this one. If you want to upgrade your Timely Cleanse, increase your cannon hit points. Okay, so you kind of pick the route of which way you want to go and work your way through it. I don't have any points right now, so there's none to distribute. Package received. Tiger. Okay. So I can go back. But it's going to force me to play PvP. Kind of sad. I don't really want to do PvP, but whatever. So I gotta sit in queue time and queue up for PvP in a tier 1. Alright, so challenges here for PvE. Make 12 kills and you get a bronze supply crate, 25,000 credits, and 2 whatevers. Alright, so the HQ and garage. I am in queue for PvP so that I can continue on and go to where then I can upgrade and that kind of stuff. Because I would kind of like to just be able to get into the actual playing of the game, but it's going to make me go through the whole deal here. And since the North American server has such low population, it might take a little while to actually get a damn game. You can now participate, blah, 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 blah. How about I hit exit? Exit the basic training, leave queue, and now I'm back into regular stuff here. So I can go and play PvE again, and since there's not going to be much in the way at this tier for PvE. So as I look at my upgrade here, I'm just shy on credits, it looks like. But let's see what I have for XP. You don't have to worry about selling your tanks to make garage space so that you can buy a new one. So I can get the improved rangefinder. Don't show me any confirmation. Get that, and then that. Not worried about putting them in or doing anything else with them, because I want to get to where I have enough credits to actually buy the next tank in line. So let's actually look at the vehicles. And this is where I want to get into the planning aspect of it. Think about what kind of tank suits your needs best. Are you an aggressive player? You like to get up front, get into a heavy concealment spot and just dish out buttloads of damage. Well, you know, might be a destroyer, or a wheeled destroyer, or tank destroyer, or something of that nature. Do you like just getting in and just face to face and just brawl? Well, then heavy tank or main battle tank might be your thing. Light tanks are good if you want to get out there, poke a few shots, and then do a hit and run maneuver. Steady damage. You want to be support role. Think about what you really want and what kind of player you actually are, and then go from there. So, I've got in front of me the choice now. With the M41, I can go into the main battle tank line, continue to the light tank line, or go into the wheeled destroyer line. And I'm kind of more of a heavy tank person, or main battle tank person. So that would mean that I'd have to go from the M41, my next tank would be an M48A3, then go through the M60 line into the Abrams, and then finish out that line. But what if I chose to go a different route, and with the PT-76, decide that I want to go like I did before to the T-14 Armada. Great way to go. Fun way to go. C1 Arietta, the Challenger, Chieftains, might not be a bad way to go also. Let's see. You know, I could pursue this line here, go up and go into the Type 99. You know, this is more of an Asian branch. Chinese, plus you have artillery, plus you've got these guys here, which are more or less tank destroyers. So yeah, it's kind of a tough choice, and you really have to sit down and think about what suits you first. And the one upside of Armored Warfare, which we'll keep this video brief. I say brief, it'll be 30 minutes. So we're getting ready to close this one out. Think about what you want, and when you figure out what kind of tank you actually want to get into, pick the tier 10 in that line and go from there. Right click on it, select vehicle testing area, and it will take you into a vehicle testing area, and in there you can actually drive the tank around, take it over obstacles, check out the speed, the maneuverability, the weapons, and accuracy, reload, things of that nature. You can kind of get a grasp of the end game this way, and that way you know, well, is it worth it for me to go all the way down this line to get to this tank? So you can pick any tank from the tech tree, and without any previous experience or whatsoever, you can just jump right into it and play. So, how's it going to work against a light tank, close range, turret hit? Or if I'm trying to take out a T-90 MS, if I aim at the turret by the smoke, will it pin? Yeah, okay. What about from a distance over here? You've got an M2 Bradley. What about a turret hit on a Bradley? Okay, that works. What about a turret hit on a Terminator? Will that work? So you can try it with the two main types of ammo, the AP, the Sabos, essentially. Well, it did a little bit of damage. It is an unmanned turret. So let's try it with an HE based round, or a squash, or whatever this particular one is. So it'll load up, and then did a pretty fair amount of damage. But how's that same round going to work on the turret of a Bradley? And you can experiment with the ammo types. You can experiment with a lot of the different factors of the tank itself. Just pick what you want to play and hop into this test room. It is PvE. There's no players. There's nobody else here. There's just, you know, they're not shooting back. It's just a matter of testing. You see, that was 67. Identify target. I'm like, okay, well, that's not what I want to do. Well, this gives you the ability to really get a good feel for the tank and decide if this is going to be right for you. It's not going to help you with, well, what's the survivability like? Because nothing's going to be shooting back at you. But it also helps you learn shot placement. What happens if I shoot here versus here or here or here? Well, there's an exhaust port. What happens if I shoot right there? You know, what kind of damage can I get? And this is a great way to experiment and get used to the tank and see if it's, you know, what you want or if you can use it. Don't like that jumping that a gun just said. So the water thing.
We're taking on water.
So if I were to sit back and roll back into the water,
We're submerged. Move.
the engine's underwater, so you will actually take damage. You have a timer there. If you're not out of the water within that 10 seconds, then your tank's done. Oh no, the M182 Abrams. It has to be the best thing in the absolute planet, right? Yeah, it's getting ready to die. And since I'm getting ready to kill it, then I'm getting ready to kill this video. So if you guys want to see more Armored Warfare with this account or with my main account where I've got all the way up to tier 10, then let me know. If you don't want to ever see any more of it, let me know.
Target destroyed.
But I enjoy the game. I like playing it. And again, like I said, this is something that's not for everybody, but if you're into tank games, then this is definitely worth checking out. So, to end this video, I'm going to go ahead and drown my crew.
We're submerged.
And yes, on those video screens over there on the side, you can't actually see on the video screen what you see here. That's the only way you can die in training mode. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and like I said, if you want to see more, let me know.